So, remember Rev Tracey G, the new supervillain that we found online? I want to show you something. I have a few videos of hers, but I want to show you the origins of this because at one point she was a normal person. She was. I don't know what made her turn. I have no idea. But at one point she was a normal person. So this video is from almost 11 years ago. Okay? 10 and a half years ago. This is on her same YouTube channel, the same YouTube channel that we got her crazy fucking serial killer rants that she does. So check it out. This is her. This used to be normal. This is her. It's the same person.
Hi, Michael. This is Tracy, aka Moidle. I am sending you this video response to the whole gossip, bam, section of your Start Your Own Adventure.
So you could see, seems like a pretty normal YouTube video.
Yes, number one, I do think Demi can make a comeback because she's being honest about what she's doing. Maybe she won't be like a children's idol, kind of like Hillary Duff and Britney Spears. But eventually, once she works through it and comes clean with everything, she can definitely make a comeback. I have high hopes for Demi Lovato. Yay! And I would be remiss to comment on your second question. However, Leanne Rimes, I love her, loved her since she was 12 years old. She is so awesome, but her personal life, if she doesn't want the backlash, she shouldn't.
Look how normal she is.
I agree with you 100%. And you know, not only should we have same-sex marriages on Dancing with the Stars, Michael, but we should have them, I've been watching these things very closely, we should have them on jewelry commercials. I am so tired of just seeing a man and woman falling in love. I'm not big on romance anyway. Romance is just, it's a waste of time and money. Better to work on the relationship than trying to schmooze them. Anyhow, but I still think it would be really nice to see same-sex couples on all of these jewelry commercials. I would name a couple of places, but I'm sure they'd probably try to sue me, or YouTube would delete my video. And mostly, last but not least, I have been commenting on the I want an iPad because for a long time, and I've always given you thumbs up when I've had a chance to watch you, and I've always comment or I send you a video response. And my favorite comment that I put in so far is, I want an iPad because I'd like to hear the chatter at Kelso High School.
Now, obviously lefty with the woke shit, but outside of that seemed normal, okay? This is the video that I'm about to play. And this is Platypus thing. I've played some of his videos before. A lot of he's clipped some Shaney stuff and some E-Frog stuff. But he did this video 2 years ago, and I never saw it. Okay, I've never seen this until today. So that's Tracy, Reverend Tracey G. This is like a supercut of her, beginning in 2011 through 2017. So you ready? Check it out.
Okay, so like, my biggest pet peeve of all on the road is when people they pass you really fast just to screech to a halt at the oncoming stop sign. Okay, now if it's a red light, you know, sometimes it's green when they try to pass you and then it turns red. But when it's an actual stop sign and you're going, say, 25 in the 25 zone and they pass you going like 50 and then they crunch in front of you and screech to a halt, which makes you slam on your brakes, which is really ridiculous and dangerous. But then there's the other one too, like when I have my tunes up, because I listen to all music, and when I have the tunes up, I have these, you know, I rock out, I dance, I raise a roof, you know, because I'm real hip and I'm into what's in today, about 15 years ago. And so, you know, I'm rocking, right? And people come by and they look at me like I'm all crazy. They point and laugh.
Well,
you know what? At least they're laughing. If they're laughing at me, at least they're laughing. And then I think, oh, well, they're just jealous because I'm happy. And I got a compliment the other day, believe it or not. I wish I could be as happy as you are. Well, that's a choice, sweetheart. Turn around and just be happy. It's a choice. Why live in sadness? I like to rock in my car. Why do I like to rock in my car? Because I'm a happy person. Anyhow, peace, love, happiness.
Was she doing a bit, maybe?
Hi, I know my other video was kind of wonky. That's because my webcam is dying and it's kind of a cheap little thing anyway. But what I wanted to say, Chris, is that you have to love the liar. You have to forgive them. Cut them out of your life and let them go. It's the only way.
Wow,
to
this
live
video really shows the
a calm,
deterioration of her
peaceful
mental health. Like
So,
it's
I beg
it's actually
you,
like I'm gonna
let go.
I'm gonna skip ahead a little.
Because my mom sat for hours entering her comments to win for me. I love my mom and I love Michael Buckley. He makes me laugh. He makes me cry. You should open a YouTube account and subscribe to him. Yay!
Okay.
So,
Go down a little bit more.
number one, I think I'm really scared because I made a commitment to myself to at least go to a comedy club by the end of this month and do a routine, which is totally freaking me out.
She's gonna do stand up
I used
or
to
did?
do it, and I was comfortable doing it, but it's been so long that now I'm so afraid to do it that I'm constantly trying to talk myself out.
I don't know if that's her real hair. That seems fake. She aged like 100 years in 10 years.
After my shower, I got to looking at my hair in the mirror, and although this is a really crappy old-time Microsoft video Photoshop fro, this is pretty much my hair. So, I grew up around so many different people, but the running thing amongst the predominantly white
Getting crazier.
families that I grew up in,
We're getting crazier.
was racism towards anybody, especially blacks and Mexicans. I say this not to refer to myself as any kind of racist, but in many of these homes, I was told I had hair.
I did not look. Let me tell you something. I did not see that one coming. Just give me 1 minute, please. Look, I didn't know that was coming. Just so you guys know, I didn't go through a fucking hour of this video. It's an hour-long video. All right. Look, we'll continue the video. I'm very sorry. That actually broke me. That got me, man. That got me, legitimately got me. I did not see that coming. That came out of nowhere.
In many of these homes, I was told I had hair. I know it doesn't seem like much, but in the 1970s in DP, Oklahoma, there was still white bathrooms. This was like 1972, well, 3, 4, 1975, 1976, part of 1977. There was still white drinking fountains and black drinking fountains. There was a white cemetery and a black cemetery. And I was just young. I was born in 1970. And I remember thinking that that was wrong. And I didn't understand. And I preferred the dirty drinking fountain over the clean one because I could touch it and not have people tell me I was gross. But to be screamed at and to be smacked for using it, and that I should use the white girls, and then to get smacked for making the white porcelain dirty, confused me, and all I knew is I was getting hit. Told I had hair, go ahead and use
Jeez,
some.
stop! Could you fucking relax with that?
I was only worth that of a...
Whoa! Stop it! Stop it! I gave you one. You took 3.
It's hurtful and hateful, and it is. And it was just as hurtful and hateful at 4 and 6 and 7 to a little white girl, because not only was I nappy-headed and headed.
Stop 4! That's 4!
Like
you gotta stop, lady! You gotta stop!
And when I show up at school, I was told I smelled like shit. And they wouldn't let me out. And they wouldn't let me sit with the kids that smelled pretty. On the farm I was happy, sort of, but that's another story. We would get up at 4:30 in the morning, which I still do to this day, to take care of the animals, and I loved it, and I felt wonderful, and it was joyful. And then to go to school and be told that what I did was dirty and filthy, and yet they were eating the food that we were putting on their plates. It was my hand.
Dude, she's crazy. This woman is nuts.
And loved them. I didn't understand. For the family that was supposed to be taking care of me in my mother's absence, they treat me like less than a human, as blacks were in the 1970s.
Oh, I'm sorry, lady. I gotta ask a question. Are you implying that blacks were less than human? Because that's what you said. I think what you meant to say was black people were treated as less than human. How did she go from that Demi Lovato video to here? And we're only midway through the transition.
And then to have the people that I was feeding treat me like shit, I just didn't get it. I couldn't understand. Why don't I fit in? My natural mother, she was so good. She fought against racism in her own family. The matriarch of her family In fact, my favorite quote from this woman is, I'm not racist, but they only choose the black people and the Mexicans to have an opportunity to win the car on The Price is Right.
So, so we went from, they called her N-word hair. They treated her badly when she lived on a farm. And they only let Mexicans and black people win the car on Price is Right. Am I correct?
That's not racist at all. No. My second favorite from her is, because she's still living, is what they do is reverse racism. No, my dear, I've told you repetitively, racism is racism. One race against another. But she's in her 80s. What are you gonna do, right? The thing about The Price is Right, I told her, you know, they had such a low audience towards the end of Bob Barker's reign on the show that they were pulling people in from the streets. And you know who lives in that part of Hollywood?
I'm assuming you're gonna say it, but is the way you could say it without a hard R at least?
Have you ever walked down that part of the street?
I actually have. Again, is there a way you could say this nicely?
I've been there to go on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dirty and filthy. And you know who lives there?
Who?
Poor blacks and poor Mexicans. And they pull them off of the street for their free tickets so they'll fill the seats. And that's how
Close
they get
one.
on the show.
Close one. That was a close one. But we're all right. We're all right. We're
So
all right.
racism or no, I say it's a matter of proximity. So drenched in racism. Told they had nappy hair.
Oh, come on! The fuck, man! Come on! What the fuck is wrong with you? It's YouTube, lady! Fucking 5.
Told I couldn't drink from the black drinking fountain because it's dirty, and then I dirty the white one and be smacked and told go ahead and go drink from the black one. I don't understand. But my natural mother was
You were born in the 70s. There was no black water fountains and white water fountains, you fucking pathological liar.
so good that not only was she rebellious against her family, but she was so rebellious that she entrenched me in other cultures, specifically black culture, and some Native American, specifically the Navajo Indians in New Mexico. So my natural mother was, she so much didn't want to be part of the racism that she pushed herself to go outside of it and go, ha ha, look what I'm doing, fuck you. And you know what? I'm going to start telling my truth, and I'm going to start looking at the truth of it, and I'm going to start telling the world and the universe that's doing things against fellow men.
This is when it started. This is the moment. we got the moment. We found the moment. She went from making these fun videos about stand-up comedy and how Demi Lovato and stuff like that. This is the moment. It's right here. This is where it happened. This is where it happened.